Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well today. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Urban Decay Vice 4 palette. It came out, I want to say, the end of September, early October, somewhere around that time. So I just wanted to share with you guys kind of in my, show you guys what the palette looks like, as well as do swatches for you and let you know what I think about it and whatnot. So it comes with a little makeup bag, and it just says Beauty with an edge on the back and Beauty right here. So it's really cute, pretty nice. I don't know if I'll use it, but it's pretty nice and I like the cool design on it. Then the Vice palettes always come with a double-ended brush, which is really nice as well. It has, a side for applying eyeshadow and then kind of a crease brush, which I really enjoy. Now onto the palette itself. This is what the packaging looks like. Kind of has a almost like spider web little casing, and it kind of is a rainbow holographic pattern, which I think is really cool looking. It's kind of almost like 3D because it kind of sticks out, and it's a pretty sturdy case, I would say. Now, when you open it up, it comes with a huge mirror, which all the Urban Decay palettes do, usually, or all the Vice palettes do. And this is what the shadows itself looks like. And what I like about the Vice palettes, and the reason why I always like to get them, is because Urban Decay always includes shadows that haven't been released yet. The reason why I like to get this is because Urban Decay generally doesn't make single eyeshadows of these shades, which is why, at least that I've seen, which is why I like to get the palette, because they're brand new to Urban Decay. So this is what the palette looks like, and it has a lot of kind of teals and greens and just kind of some purples as well as some neutral shades, and I really like these two shades right down here in particular. And so yeah, I'm just gonna go through and talk about it a little bit. So up top here we have Bones. So I'm actually going to zoom in so you guys can see better. Alright, so the first shadow we have is Bones, Grip, Deadbeat, Beatdown, and Pandemonium. The second row we have the shades Framed, Fastball, 1985, Underhand, and Harlot. The third row we have the shades Dead Discreet, Grasshopper, C-Note, Arctic, and Robbery. In the last and final row we have Bitter, Flame, Low, Crowbar, and Delete. This is what the first two rows of the palette look like swatched. This is what the last two rows look like swatched. I absolutely love the Delete shade, that dark brown at the end there, and I think the blues and greens are gorgeous. Okay, so my overall thoughts on this palette is that I really like all the shades in here. My only issue is this shade up here called Crowbar. I did have a little bit of fallout with it, which wasn't that big of a deal because I used the Scotch tape method, and it was just easy to clean up and, whatnot. And plus I apply my foundation last anyways, so it just kind of covered it up, so it wasn't that big. So it wasn't that big of an issue. But if you're someone who, doesn't like a lot of glitter fallout and stuff, you probably wouldn't like it for that reason. But other than that, I think all the shades in here are beautiful, especially this shade up here called Flame, as well as the shade over here called Bitter. And I love the shade Delete over here. Those three shadows are gorgeous. And I love like the metallic greens and blues they included in here. I think overall this palette is really unique, and if you're a fan of Urban Decay shadows, you would definitely love this palette. I mean, hello, I think this is up to Urban Decay's standards. You can just tell by the swatches that they all swatch beautifully, and I don't really have any complaints with it. I think I today I used a little bit of, what one? I used a little bit of Grasshopper as a liner today, and I absolutely love it. I think it's a perfect fall palette, and I think this would be even great in the summer too because of all the pops of color. So I think Urban Decay has done it again. I like all the Vice palettes. My favorite this probably isn't my favorite Vice palette that they've ever came out with. I probably like the third one a little bit better than this one, but I still think that this is a great palette, especially if you love eyeshadows and you love Urban Decay. I think, you know, you would love this palette. So this is one final look at the palette. I think, you know, if you don't really, you know, need eyeshadows, or I think compared to like the BH palettes, I think I would rather have this one just because they're more unique shades, and I love Urban Decay shadows in general, so definitely would recommend getting this. And this does retail for $60 at Ulta, I believe. At Sephora and on the Urban Decay website is probably the same. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's $60 it retails for. So that's my overall thoughts on the Vice 4 palette. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and let me know if you've gotten this palette and what your thoughts are on it, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Because Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas are all coming.